The people of the Torah. Good evening, my people, all that love Christ and wait for his salvation. Yeah, I'm gonna make this video tonight, and I'll title it, Can Two Walk Together Except They Be Agreed? The answer, of course, will be no. Okay? So, as implies the Nigerian state, I think from the inception, there was no agreement. Even we can say it's Tafawa. We could, you can go back. Awolowo, Tafawa Balewa, Zikwe, and all the people, the fathers, and that were there prior to the independence and all that. They were brought into some kind of forced, false agreement. Because before the enemies came in, they were ruling their places differently, okay? And then, these people came and then put them together, 450 languages, to choose one man to rule them. Madness, okay? So, why also I'm putting this video out is, I saw a video 2 days ago or so, and you have some Nigerian some Yoruba elders, I think it was in Ibadan, and they were going to have this meeting. And before the meeting, they call a man, an imam, to pray. He prayed in the name of Allah, Arabic speaking. He was speaking Arabic and praying and all that. And then after him came another man calling Nyoruko Jesu. That wasn't bad too, okay? But all these weren't what we were given. We were people that were given the Torah, all the way from the Arabia, all the way from Egypt. We were dealing with, we're dealing with Yekbarikba on one side when we disobey. And we can see that throughout the Bible, that our fathers, when they disobey, boom, problem, okay? So, yeah, and then what happened in this meeting was, and at the end, they call a man, Yekbarikba, and that one pray in the name of, whatever the Onumelas and the Orishas and whatever those things were, And the funky thing was, in the middle towards the end of the meeting, there was no agreement. Everyone was shouting, blaming everyone, and say, okay, you see now, it just played itself out. Can two walk together except they be agreed? The Most High told our Father, he said, I am, beside me there is nobody. I am, and I don't tolerate. Thou shalt have no other. That's the first commandment. Thou shalt have no other gods beside me. Okay? He's not going to not tolerate Allah. Allah said he doesn't have a kid. Most High, our Father, ELUHAYE said he has a kid. And he sent him to redeem his people. Okay? Or Yahshua, Yeshaya, or Yeshua, or, it depends on the Sabbath school you go to, what name, but there was no Jesus, and, his name is Christ. And we know from what's going on, from the history, that he was a black man. The Bible described his face, his body, bones, even Paul and all these people, we could see when they were referring to Paul as an Egyptian, a brother called Niger in the Bible. These were black names. These were black people, okay? And from Revelation, we know that the Torah itself, when the Most High was saying, let there be light and all this, he was speaking Yoruba, because why would he give us a Torah in the language that Yoruba were speaking in those days? And now, with Revelation, revealing it to the people to make them understand who they should go to. So my point is this. These people couldn't have this meeting in a successful way. Why? Because they're mixing things up. And now today we see us in the same problem. We're in the middle of everything. We own Lagos or whatever, we don't even know anymore. Okay? There's one taking our lands by businesses and all this, and we're so poor, we're selling our things to everybody, cool. The other one is taking our land by force, by military, by killings, by, Are we going to wait? What is the action? People say we should fight. We don't even have guns. We don't even have nothing. If you have guns, you're in the middle of how are you going to do this? With the Sunday Igbo's, with everybody, come with all the idols you have. This will be the end. Remember, Christ said it. It said nation will rise against nation. So that indicates he was telling them what the signs of the end will be. So this is not just a thing just happening because Yoruba had to go to fight, but it's indicating we're going towards the end of things too. So my people, the people of the Torah, the Yoruba people, you got to understand all these things. Let me read from Jeremiah. So you have a little clue of what is going on. This is Jeremiah 44. I start from 18. He said, but since we left up to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven, that's Oshun or whatever, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things, and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. These were women arguing with the prophet Jeremiah and saying, no, we got to worship idols. As it is today. No, the people say, no, our tradition is to worship the idol. Our tradition, we don't need Christian. Well, the Christianity that Christ was doing wasn't doing Christmas. The Christianity that Christ, a black man, the Yoruba man, he brought to this, it has nothing to do with Easter. He was feasting, he was having the unleavened bread, he was worshiping on Sabbath. The problem wasn't that, what was this Sabbath? There was no question for Sundays when he was there. It was Sabbath, fulfilling the law. Okay? So now these women were fighting, arguing with Jeremiah that they got to continue with the idol. Now 19. And when we burnt incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make cakes to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men? That means the men were, they knew everything, okay? 20. Then Jeremiah said unto all the people, to the men and to the women and to all the people which had given him that answer, saying, 21. The incense that ye burnt in the cities of Judah and in the cities of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings and your princes, and the people of the land, did not the Most High remember them, and came it not into his mind? So they having problems, and they were going to have more problems after this, because the Most High, is remembering all those things and counting them and say, this, I'm going to beat them jazz. The same thing is going on with the same people now in the city of Lagos, in the cities of the territories of Ibadan, Oshogbo, Laon, Ogun. All their kings are gone astray. The prophet, they bring Sunday business in, everything without directing. And the Messiah is revealing to his prophet that the people of this book is you people. Come back to me. Bring my laws in your cities. Worship me. The whole world will know who you are, and I will show wonders. But you will not listen. You keep, let's see what you're going to do without it. Let's understand it. You're going to show us how many power you got. And then 22, so that the Most High could no longer bear because of the evil of your doings and because of the abominations which ye have committed. Therefore is your land a desolation. You see? And an astonishment and a curse without an habitation as at this day. Even that time they were driven out. Are we not being driven out from Lagos little by little? You got to wake up to it. It's not by power. It's not by you making some guns and all this. You got to go back to this book. You got to go back to ELUHAYE OYAAKOBI. They say Elohim, or I am that I am. Okay? ELUHAYE OYAAKOBI Yacob, the Most High of Jacob. You got to go back to him, love the law, cry to him, cry to his ears, forsake those dirty gods, forsake those gods who go. We have something people don't have. In slavery, they can't forget the Yorubas. No tribe was as popular as them. You think it was because of this? Oh, okay, the Orisha, did they save those slaves? They did not. The ones who really lived to tell the beautiful stories of it were the one who hold the Torah. Yeah, who had the Torah. Okay, the ones who did those abominations, they knew what they went down. He didn't save them. Yeah. There is no place in history that Obatala saved the Yorubas or from any, the Most High saved us in every places, and the Torah bear proof of that. So we are need again, my people. Go back to the Most High. Go back to his laws. Go back to the Torah. Bring your family together. Save some food. Save yourself. Be ready to move. Love the Most High. Worship Him on the Sabbath. Call His name. He will save us. From between these two waters, He will save us. From among the nations, is guarding us from everywhere and showing the people who is people. Of course, other people belong to these people also. But the Torah is written in your language. They call it Paleribi, or what they call it. It was Yoruba. Okay? The Most High save us. Amen.